12:25 on this Monday afternoon. Happy Labor Day to you. We have been seeing a few showers move through the valley, but before we get into that rain, I want to talk about the heat, because although it's been rather cloudy, it's still very warm outdoors. And right now you're like, it's not too bad out there, but it does feel a bit hotter. It feels like the triple digits in some areas, including McAllen. So you have to factor in that lower level humidity. But right now it's 85 degrees in Brownsville as well as Weslaco. Good afternoon to you in Harlingen, checking in at 86, and it's right around 90 degrees in McAllen. Here's a better look at the First One 5 Doppler network. We've been tracking scattered showers and thunderstorms making their way through the valley, mainly on a northwest path. And you can see that this stuff over in Starr County has got some lightning in addition to some heavy rain falling this afternoon. So just keep your eyes peeled for that, even in an isolated cell just out of the side of the San Ysidro area. But a lot of that rain has been mainly over the Harlingen area and south of that, moving through San Benito. Even Los Fresnos got a good amount of rain. And also you can see some lightning. So just be careful out there. That heavy rain, especially on the roadways, will not only make the roads a little bit wet, but it'll also reduce your ability to see out there. So give yourself enough space between you and other cars to get to your destination safely. The rain isn't over. As we look at future track, it tries to pick up on a little bit more widespread activity, but I think it's still going to stay scattered this afternoon. But a pretty decent amount of the valley will get that rain, and there still could be that heavy rain to contend with from time to time. Now, because of the cloud cover and the rain, it's going to help keep temperatures below the average of 94 for this time of year. We'll be at 91 this afternoon to 90 tomorrow and right around 89 by midweek. And then everything changes again as we track a cold front, but we're also watching the tropics. So let's have a look at what's happening right now with Hurricane Irma. It's a Category 3 storm moving west to southwest at 14 miles per hour. If you're tracking this storm with us at home, location is 16.8 degrees north to 53.3 degrees west. So watch this. We put the future track in motion, and you see that this particular storm, as it moves into that warmer water, getting closer to the Greater and Lesser Antilles, that's when it does show some signs of strengthening into a Category 4 storm. Now, this particular track does take it pretty close toward the Greater Antilles, and then it moves even closer. There's going to be this upper level high pressure system that'll kind of guide it a little bit closer to Cuba, kind of in between the Bahamas and Cuba. But the thing about it is, even the spaghetti models show some disarray as to where this storm is going to go 5 days plus out. So this is something that, although there's a lot of disagreement, and I know you're probably looking at it saying it's headed right to Florida, there's still that chance that it could go over to the Gulf and up into the Panhandle. And there's also a chance that some of the models indicate it'll stay off the eastern seaboard. So that is something that we'll continue to watch over the next few days as these models come to a better consensus as to exactly what that storm is going to do. Meanwhile, back at home, we're watching this area of low pressure in the southwestern Gulf. It has about a 40% chance of developing into something tropical. I don't think it's going to happen, and the reason for that, and we're going to have a cold front move in that'll kind of keep it offshore. But what it is going to do is it's going to get close enough to kind of bump up the moisture content. So this is 11 tomorrow morning, and you see some showers and thunderstorms picking up, much like it is today, where we'll have the kind of scattered activity. Come Wednesday, it does become a little bit more widespread. This is Wednesday at 11, and you can see a little bit more activity, especially picking up later in the day as that front gets a little bit closer to the valley from the north. Now behind that front, we're going to see some nice changes. Ahead of it, the rain chances stay right around 50 to 60% in terms of coverage. So that'll keep temperatures, again, in the low 90s and even the upper 80s by midweek. Now behind the front, it's going to bring a nice little change of pace. So here we go. Less humid during the daytime on Thursday, near 88 degrees. It'll feel comfortable. But look at that. Thursday night, it's going to drop down to about 66 degrees. So that's pretty cool, especially for smaller kids headed to the bus stop early Friday morning. So they may need a jacket. But we'll be rebounding back to 90. But again, with low humidity, it won't feel too bad. We'll be a little bit breezy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we're still in the lower 90s to wrap up the weekend. Your overnight lows for the next 3 nights are going to be in the mid to lower 70s. Eventually, Thursday night dropping down to the mid and then staying in the upper 60s for the remainder of the forecast period. And that's your updated First One 5 forecast. Don't go away. Channel 5 News at noon. We'll be right back.